let's see this in action. So I'm going to ask a question about who is the eligible candidates for an open product manager role I have. So it's going to search through all the candidate resumes that I've added from OneDrive, and the agent will provide me a response. As you can see, it provided a pretty thoughtful response looking at the different resumes and even provided some additional qualitative aspects to it. Now let's take a look at the second scenario. Here, I'm going to ask a complex mathematical question around the Excel file that I had uploaded. It had a lot of information around different interview stages and timestamps and all. So here, the system knows that beyond just doing a simple knowledge retrieval, it needs to invoke code interpreter behind the scenes to answer such a question. So it does just that and provides you with a very specific answer that helps answer a complex question within an Excel file. So for the second pattern we discussed earlier, let's see how a query pattern can retrieve right results from the different knowledge sources. So here my interview list is maintained in a SharePoint list, and I'm going to ask questions around different interview stages. And as you can see, the system provides you with a specific answer, a quantitative answer from the SharePoint list that's added. Now for this scenario, we're going to see a combination of scenarios 1 and 2. So I'm going to ask about what are the high priority cases that are open since the last 7 days. And as you saw earlier, the cases are contained in a Salesforce instance that I've added, which is a classic tabular data source. So here it's going to do similar to what you saw with the Snowflake example, where it's going to convert the user question into a SQL statement and then execute against Salesforce. So looks like this is one high priority case that's open, right? So I'm going to ask a follow-up question based on that. So as you saw, I'm just asking you using natural language, what was this case about? And the system knows the specific case I'm talking about in this instance. So it's going to come back with the details of that specific case. When I look at it, I see that it's actually about an email delivery issue. So naturally, my next question is, how do I address such email delivery issues? And you'll remember that I had added a Salesforce knowledge base articles as also, which contains all this unstructured data around common troubleshooting things as knowledge. So the system that directly goes and fetches the details of the knowledge base articles, which includes a citation link to the article directly that's in Salesforce as well. So this way you get a full end-to-end experience. Now continuing on pattern 2, I'm going to ask a question about my existing employee's salary, which is stored in a Snowflake data warehouse. As you saw earlier, since I had added that knowledge source, the system is going to translate this user question around max salary into a SQL statement and then into an API call the system understands and provide me with the right response. As you can see, the max salary in my current company is around $200,000.